In this lesson, we are going to be finding the length of an equilateral triangle given the perimeter. What is perimeter? Perimeter is the total distance around any shape. An equilateral triangle has 3 equal sides and 3 equal angles, and all sides are the same. To find the perimeter of an equilateral triangle, we have to find the sum of the 3 sides, or we have side multiplied by 3. Now let's look at our example. What is the length of the side AC of the equilateral triangle given the perimeter 135 centimeters? So we have the perimeter, we have the distance around our equilateral triangle. We have to find the length of AC. So here's the arrow showing us AC. So we want to find the length given our perimeter 135. So we know we're dealing with an equilateral triangle and each side same as the other. So all 3 sides are the same. Now, let's recap. To find the perimeter of an equilateral triangle, again, we add those 3 sides. We find the sum of the 3 sides to get our perimeter. In this case, we have our perimeter and we need to find length of sides. Here, find the side of AC. So once we find the side of the length of one side, we're going to find the length of the other sides. Given the information, we have the perimeter, that's the distance around. We know there are 3 sides, 3 equal sides. Let's work it where we have our perimeter divided by our 3 sides to give us the length of each side. So when we divide 135 by 3, which will be our 3 equal sides of our equilateral triangle, it will give us 45 centimeters. That 45 centimeters represents the length of each side. So side A would be 45 centimeters, side B 45 centimeters, and side C would also be 45 centimeters. So those 3 sides. Now to check back to know whether our answer is correct, we can add our sides. So find the sum of the 3 sides. So 45 centimeters plus 45 centimeters plus 45 centimeters, we would get our 135 centimeters, which is our perimeter or our distance around. So the answer to our question, length, is equal to 45 centimeters. Quick practice, so let's go straight into it. What is the length of the sides of the equilateral triangle given the perimeter 162 centimeters? Again, we are given the perimeter, the distance around that equilateral triangle. We have to find the length of the sides. So again, we divide our perimeter, which is 162, by the number of sides in the equilateral triangle, 3 equal sides, we get 54. That 54 represents the length of each side of the equilateral triangle. So we can check, add 54 3 times, there are 3 sides, so 54 centimeters plus 54 centimeters plus 54 centimeters, we would get our perimeter of 162 centimeters. So 54 centimeters is our length of each side of the equilateral triangle. Next problem, what is the length of the sides of the equilateral triangle given the perimeter of 72 centimeters? Again, here we have our distance around of 72. We have to find the length of each side. Equilateral triangle, 3 sides, and all 3 sides are same length. 72 divided by 3, we get 24. 24 represents the length of each side. Let's double check. So we're going to add 24 3 times. That makes 3 lengths. So we find the sum of the 3 sides, 24 centimeters plus our 24 centimeters plus 24 centimeters. We would get our 72 centimeters. So our length will be 24 centimeters.